What table are you eating from? You see, every single day, you're eating from a table. It's not a physical table, but it's a spiritual one. And the table that you eat from will determine your appetite. It determines your hunger for God. And the reason why many believers today don't hunger after God, it's not because God just stopped satisfying. It's because you're already full. So the question is, what table are you eating from? Because God sets a table, but so does the world. Psalms tells us, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You see, God prepares a table, but it also shows that there's more than one table available. Jesus tells us in the Gospels, he says, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. But he also warns, woe to you who are full, for you shall hunger. That tells us that spiritual hunger is shaped by where we eat. You see, the world offers a table, and it feeds you distraction and noise, indulgence, self-reliance. It fills your schedule, but it starves your soul. Jesus says, don't labor for food that perishes, but for food that endures and endures to everlasting life. So the danger isn't that the world tastes terrible. It tastes just good enough to dull your appetite. You're busy, but you're spiritually dull. You're entertained, but not transformed. You're full, but you're not satisfied. It says, taste and see that the Lord is good. You see, God's table feeds truth and obedience and dependence. And when you eat from his table, your appetite changes. Junk food of this world loses its grip, but you can't eat from both. You can't partake of the Lord's table and partake of the table of demons. And this is not about being perfect. It's about the direction that we're going. You see, we don't just drift into renewal. We choose the table. And whatever table you sit at the longest, it's going to shape what you crave. You don't change that table by guilt. You change it by your decision. Turn down the noise. Open up the word and create a space to sit with God and pray long enough to taste and see that he's good. Because hunger grows where your attention goes. So ask yourself, where do you go when you're stressed? Where do you run when you're tired? What do you crave? What do you consume the most? Those answers will reveal your table. Renewal doesn't begin with effort. It begins with appetite. And God has never refused a hungry heart. Once you eat at his table, everything else will just lose its flavor. Jesus loves you. I love you. God bless you guys.